All right. If you're clicking on this video, then there's probably a good chance that you are not using your time to the fullest of your ability. If you're someone that works a 40-hour job or has a large family that they have to take care of, and it takes up majority of their time throughout the day, then you're someone that needs to watch this video. I'm going to teach you how to create blocks of time so that you can schedule out within these blocks what exactly you need to get done in each one, right? This is how I'm going to teach you to be productive and how to use deep work and focus to your advantage. I'm going to teach you how you can change going from not being able to do anything because you think you don't have time to someone that is doing more than their own bosses and better entrepreneurs than they are. And what takes them weeks of time takes you a mere couple days. I'm talking writing 6,000 words in a couple hours. 6,000 words is like a lot. I'll give you an example of what I do every morning. And I have it's not here, but I have in my book, I'll write it out the night before, my different blocks, the things I have to do that day, and what I can get done in each block. Because here's something you want to understand as well. The first thing is getting rid of nonsense to create time for these blocks. The second thing is putting in the correct things in those blocks and organizing them so it makes sense. Like for example, if you have to make a YouTube video but also do spreadsheets for your business, you're not going to try and do them in the same block of time. They're two different things. You have to focus on each one in a different way. So here's what I do. I have my morning routine where, I meditate, read, work out, do all these things. And then my first block will start where it's, again, if I have to do the spreadsheets, I could do the spreadsheets into something along those lines, right? Usually you only want to have one or two things that you have to do in that block of time, but they are the most important, productive things that you need to do, right? So you can create kind of like like you have your main goal and then you have goals that you need to achieve that goal. That's what I mean. It's like a pyramid kind of thing. So one objective in that block of time, and give yourself 2 to 3 hours. And that can go from reading to work on a business, to YouTube, to working out. Working out is a huge one for a block of time, right? And by creating these blocks of time, it forces you to organize things so that you are not just wandering around your day. You take control of your day and you know exactly what needs to get done and how you're going to do it. What you want and what you desire is control. If you're someone that constantly asks for help or advice from other people, what you desire is control in your life. Control is something that is like a skill. You need to work on it. Just like deep work and meditation, there's skills that you build throughout your life. Being able to talk in front of a camera is a skill, a social skill. Being able to listen to someone and comprehend things is a skill. You learn that through school. Nonetheless, I digress. So now that you know how to create blocks of time, let's discuss how you can apply these blocks of time. So what you want to do is you want to take your schedule and you want to minimize all of the non-necessities. If you have a family, your family should be the one thing that takes up most of your time. Right? If you have work, like I work a full-time job, so I'll put in my day, I work from this time to this time. But then I create a block that's like half an hour to an hour when I should be home or before I go. Like I'll have my morning routine and then a block, and then I go to work, and then I'll have another block, and then I'll sleep. Just think about that. Not only am I going to work, but I am being productive in two other aspects, as well as my morning routine. Compared to people that are just going to work, like waking up, sitting around, going to work, going home, going to sleep. You went to work, I went to work, and then I worked out, I meditated, I read, I worked on my business, I worked on YouTube. Like, I could keep going. Being productive does not mean doing... Here's something that I've learned from the book called Deep Work. And it really describes the difference in the type of work that you're doing. There's deep work and there's shallow work. Shallow work is kind of like the stuff you do at your job, where you're not really into it, you're not really focused. It's just kind of something that can be done like on a daily basis, almost repetitive. Deep work is when you are putting everything and you are creating something that's so above shallow work. And I mean above, like you take the most producing authors of today, and they are creating something that is far better than what majority are. Right? There's professors that can publish 60 pages throughout a year, while there are professors that are only producing 10. How are they producing 60 and not 10 or 20 or 30? Like, majority of people will be fine with only producing 30% more than the average person, right? They're 30% better. These people are producing 200, 300 times more than the average person. Just think about that. That's insane. And what you are learning now is exactly how they do it. So now you know how to create a block of time. You now know how to implement the block of time. What you need to do now is go and apply that block of time. Take some journal, whatever you got to do, write down your morning routine, your block 1, maybe if you have to work, your block 2, and if you don't have to work, you could probably fit in a block 3. Obviously, I said these blocks need to be 2 to 3 hours. That's a good span of time because it takes you about 15 minutes to get truly in focus and in vibe with the work that you're doing. So that gives you technically 2 hours and 45 minutes, but it's like kind of the precise amount of time for the average person to like get a good sufficient amount of work. Not sufficient, but like a exemplified amount of work done. One thing to also mention before I cut this is that these blocks of time have to be completely interrupted. Put your phone in another room or turn it off. Get off your computer. Like you could go outside and do this if you have like a private backyard, or you can go to a park, somewhere where you will not be interrupted because you need to truly focus. If you can't focus, then 1, you need to practice your skill on focusing. And if you want me to make a video for that, I will. And then 2, you need to meditate so that you can be in the moment. And that also helps you with focus. Those 2 things can lead you into deep work. And deep work will change your life. It has really helped me become a more productive person. And it's made me feel much better. I used to feel like all I do is go to work every day, and it's not fulfilling, it's not productive to me. But now that I've realized and I can use the time that I have, and this goes for college students as well. If you can manage your time efficiently, you will outproduce even your own professors. Nonetheless, use your time wisely, because it's a finite resource. We only have so much of it. I hope you all have a great day, night, morning, whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next video I make.